Hello everyone, my name is Ronnie, and welcome to the very first speed build of this brand new channel. So, what I've got for you today, I built recently a haunted house. I know it's very thematic of this time, it's October, it's a spooky month, so, like, is there any other, better way to start this channel? I do not think so. So, hello, welcome. This is going to be a bit longer video than I anticipated, so please go grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or any other preferred beverage and strap yourself in because we're starting. So, this house, as I've already told you, and as probably the title of this video is telling you right now as well, is a haunted house. It's, I would like to say biased, but it's very much influenced by a picture I saw on Pinterest. Basically, I don't know, but anytime I try to Google some haunted houses, this type of house kept coming back over and over again. And at first, I wasn't exactly feeling it, but I've seen it so many times that I thought, you know what? I don't care. I'll build it. I think it's pretty. And yes, and most of all, I've recently bought a Discover University expansion pack. So I genuinely thought that this might be a pretty good start, pretty good build to test all those build and buy objects. So as you can see, the build is very slowly coming together. I'm not going to do some great changes, honestly, because like I said, it's based on a real picture of a real house. So I'm kind of basing it on that. But for a moment I wasn't sure if I didn't want to go for some interesting colors, but at the end of the day I thought, let's keep it simple, let's keep it black and white. I think it's going to look the best. So here you see me fiddling with the roof pieces. It took me a moment. Also, I wasn't exactly happy about the fact that the very top of the building is actually it's supposed to be a fifth floor, so you're not able to build any walls or anything else basically on the top. So I just placed some debug items, those little those railings. I wish they looked slightly better, but it is what it is. I couldn't figure out what to do else with it, you know. So now I'm very slowly and very tediously placing all the ivy. I gotta be honest with you, I bought the pack only recently, but the ivy is gorgeous. It's so pretty. And if you're watching it right now, which you probably are, because you're listening to me, but I might have used way too many of this foliage, because I don't know, I genuinely liked how it looked, and I didn't have anything like that in my game before that. It's all basically all just those base game ones, and they're not exactly my favorite. Sometimes they fit quite nicely, but not all times. So I was very happy to have a new variety, and I genuinely think it looks with the black and white color scheme, it really works nicely. So maybe I should tell you a bit about this house. Although it's not the smallest house. Uh there there's place for 3 Sims to live here. Not that much, to be honest, but you also get a beautiful and quite a big library, 2 bathrooms, a huge kitchen with a dining area and a living room, and there might be some little surprise in the attic as well, but I'm getting way too ahead of myself, so. Oh, you see what I'm doing right now with the shelves? This is my favorite thing to do in The Sims, because I don't know about you, but I always feel like the walls, no matter what you do, feel a bit flat. Like, it's still a game, so it's not very often looking too realistic. So that's a favorite. I I don't mean a trick, but it's a favorite thing I tend to do with houses, and that's placing shelves on the exterior. I think it really adds nice detail. It makes basically the build way more like 3D, way more plasticky. Well, plasticky is probably not the correct word, but you know what I mean. It's not so flat. And here you see me doing a very similar thing. I'm just basically like decorating the roofs with shelves. And I don't know, maybe it's not your style, but I genuinely like what I'm like genuinely enjoying what I'm seeing right now, because I think it really adds some nice details that are not too big. They're not like something that you would notice like immediately, but I think it really adds some like extra value to the house. So that I'm really enjoying. Okay, so how much time? Oh my god, we're getting quite farther. I was not expecting like I was thinking like, oh my god, this is like what, how long? 27 minutes long video. I have no idea what to talk about, and here I'm just talking about the exterior and nothing else. Oh, this mailbox is so pretty, isn't it? It's I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's a debug item in the base game catalog. I genuinely love it. Unfortunately, it's not functional, so eventually I had to add a real mailbox, but this one I really, really like. So here you can see me doing a bit of landscaping. I wasn't entirely sure like what I want to go with, but eventually I think the purple color, I don't know, I have really like purple color is something I associate with Halloween and like spookiness quite a lot. I know like orange is probably a more typical color, but the purple is just, it looks, I don't know, it looks like mysterious, and I genuinely like that. So, what am I going to do now? Oh, light. Again, another very like nice detail that you can add to your house, and I I honestly think it makes things much nicer. So, what else? Oh my god. I have I have my notes here, and I'm like, maybe I should talk about the Sims living here, but like, or not the Sims, but like the interior and the rooms, but we're not there yet. So, you know what? Maybe I should introduce myself. As you heard at the very beginning of this video, my name is Ronnie, which is basically the short version of my name, Veronica. You also probably can hear quite well that I'm not a native speaker of English, so I want to apologize right now for any mistakes and errors, for like grammatical mistakes, but also me like looking for words, not being sure what I'm actually trying to say. Like that's gonna take a while for me to get used to it, to get used to speak about like building, because you know, how often do you do that? Not very often, if I might say so. At least not in my case. So yeah, I really want to apologize beforehand, because I'm very sure I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. Like even now when I'm like listening to myself, I feel like, oh my god, you made a mistake, and now another. Damn it. So yeah, I want to apologize for that. I hope I'll get better, but we'll see. It's not that sure, honestly. Not that sure about that, but hopefully. So here you can see me decorating the backyard. I decided, well, backyard, it's not really a backyard, is it? But I again wanted to keep the theme going, to make everything slightly spooky, slightly mysterious, and basically a bit haunted. So a teeny tiny lake seemed like a good option, and a cemetery at the very end. Uh, I wanted to add these details because, as I already mentioned, this is a haunted house, and I wanted to add some kind of elements that would explain why some possibly evil spirits are occupying this house. So I had a lot of fun with that. I still want to keep like the story of this house a bit open for you, because I'm not a storyteller. So I thought I'll just, leave some hints in there, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can just roll with it, or you may not want to like play with the like haunted house element at all. That's completely up to you. But yeah, I thought it would be quite nice to like. I always like adding some backstory. I always enjoy like I am not creating the Sims living here, but I usually have someone concrete in mind, and then I try to just go with it and see where it takes me. So as you can see, we're already working on the interior. I initially my plans were completely different. Although I have a library here, I'm actually starting with it right now. I was like at first I was imagining. Oh God. Okay, imagining a much bigger library and possibly like two-story library, but yeah, that didn't work out for me the way I wanted. The house is like it's not small, but it's not a large mansion, so um this was basically what I had and what I had to work with. Here you can see me struggling a lot, so I I came back to the kitchen slash dining area and started working on that. So as you can see, I'm currently placing the paranormal stuff pack wallpapers, and to be honest with you, this house uses only two packs, and that's Discover University and Paranormal Stuff Pack. I'm I'm genuinely like I wanted to say proud, but I'm not proud. I'm genuinely impressed how much you can do with these two packs. At first, I really wasn't like. At first, I just wanted to build something, but then I realized, oh, I'm predominantly using just these two because it works with the theme, right? And so then I kept it like that, and yeah, I think it genuinely goes really well together. So I was happy. So, um, yeah, I thought that I went to work on the living room, but clearly not. I'm just focusing on the beautiful curtains that we got with the paranormal stuff back. They're just so pretty. I'll be changing the color of these. I'm pretty sure of that, but yeah, really pretty. Oh yeah, and here I'm working on the island. I was thinking about adding some other chairs, but then the space felt like way too cramped, so I decided to keep it more simple and just go with a simple island, kitchen island, not just some random island, a kitchen island. And yeah, I think it looks like much nicer and neater, and it genuinely makes more sense. Oh, and here I am in the living room placing the beautiful grand piano. I was so happy that I could use it somewhere because, like, honestly, I think it's very pretty, but usually I don't have the space or even like the theme of the build. Like it wouldn't fit, you know. So I'm grateful that I finally worked on something in which the piano, like, you know, it fits there. It has its place. Uh, yeah, here you can see me. Like I'm a person who likes a bit of color on the interior, but yeah, I wanted to keep it more simple, more I don't know, like muted, I would say, on the interior. I think it works just much better this way. So some browns, blacks, and greys, and a hint of color here and there, but I think that that's enough. Oh, and yeah, of course, a little cow plant. I had to use that, right? it like honestly, when you're making a build with a paranormal stuff pack, you need to include that little tiny cow plant because it's so cute, it's so beautiful. So I know for a moment I was thinking about placing the knight. You know which one, the knight. It's a base game item, but then I thought, oh, maybe a lamp would be better. But I think I'm not sure if I've already done it or not. But yeah, one night's going to be here. I think I'm going to place it here as well, but then I'll delete it and change it for the grandfather's clock. Honestly, it didn't occur to me at first because like a grandfather's clock is not an item that I would use that often. Usually like it just doesn't fit. But here it like I had to use it, right? Because I could imagine like basically the clock like dinging at times when it's not supposed to or something. Like, it really adds the spookiness to the build. So yeah, here's the night, but he will go, he won't stay that long. So here I'm working on the hole on the entrance. I kept it fairly simple. I didn't want to like overdo it or anything, but I genuinely wanted a huge mirror. And it works as this painting. I know that people usually use the what's it called, the vampire pack, but I didn't have it. So I had to improvise a bit. But it's not as grand as I would like it to be, but I think it works nicely. So I'm happy I managed to do that. And here I'm decorating the kitchen. I cluttered it up. Yeah, that sums it up quite nicely. I cluttered it up. That's that's it. There's nothing more that I could say about it because I don't know it. You can tell that I usually build much smaller houses because it's so much easier to clutter them up and you don't need to use that many items. But here I genuinely thought like, well, it's going to look too empty if I don't put something there because the cabinets and the is it called cabinets? Cabinets are on, you know what I mean. Basically, these kitchen furniture. It just because like each item is the same. It looks kind of doesn't look interesting. So, um, I wanted to make it more like lived in, to make it look like there are actually people living here. This is not like some catalog picture from a magazine, but this is a real house with real people. So that's why I used quite a lot of things. I really enjoyed using the skulls. I think they look amazing. I don't know. I usually forget about them, and they're in the base game, so everyone can use them. But it's just I think that in the catalog they have names. I don't remember their names right now, but I remember when I was building it that I remembered at that time and I was just like calling them, I don't know, Joe or something. I thought it was that it was a very nice detail. Oh, and here I am finally working on a child's bedroom. This this one, oh, I almost placed a laptop there, but eventually I decided let's keep it simple, no TV, no computers. If you want to add them, you can, of course. Like that's up to you if you want to play with this house. But I wanted to keep it like old if necessary. And here, oh, did you see me placing those what would you call it? Like those like drawings underneath the bed. So actually when I was building the house, I was thinking of the movie The Sleepy Hollow. I hope I'm saying that name correctly, but I think it's called The Sleepy Hollow. And I remembered the like those pictures that one of the characters draws under someone's bed, and at first they think that the person is cursed, but it's like a spell for protection. So I kind of want to use this detail, this element, and add it there as well. But I wanted to keep it a bit ambiguous. So it's up to you if is the person sleeping there cursed or are they protected from something. So that's up to you. Here I'm decorating quite a small bathroom. The upper floor will get a much bigger one, but I wanted to place a little bathroom because just Sims going from one floor to the other, it's just so tedious. So I really wanted to include as many things necessary as possible on one floor each. So yeah, that's why I placed both bathrooms, two bathrooms in this house. Here I'm working on the main bedroom. I use this paravan, and honestly, I think it's really, really pretty. I think that the Sims can't use. I'm not really sure, but I think they can't use the dresser. But it looked so pretty. I just didn't want to, like give up of that item, and it just made sense, like when your Sims want to change their clothes, I can hide behind the paravan. So I don't know. I like the detail, and honestly, I'm not using this item that often in my builds, and it just once I place it, I knew like this belongs here. But we're clearly moving on to the library. Now we're back in the bedroom. I do that a lot, and I'm really sorry for that, but I just keep. I don't know, maybe if you're a builder in The Sims 4, maybe you know what I'm talking about, but sometimes you just build a room and suddenly you're not sure, like, is this item good? Should I place this here? Is that the right position? Is that the right like object placement? Is that the right swatch? That's like one of the greatest issues that I usually have. But it really makes me like going like from one room to the other, because when I'm like stuck like that, I need to clear my head basically. So I just go to a different room and I'm trying new things, and sometimes it suddenly occurs to me like, oh right, that item, that would be amazing. I have to use that. So that's why I keep like jumping from one room to the other. I'll try to limit it in the future, because I understand that like when you're watching it right now like that, when it's like the video is speeded up, it it's probably not like it's not that good looking. So I'll try to work on that in the future. I hope it will get better. We'll see though. So here I'm working on the library. Hopefully I'll stay here for a bit. But yeah, it seems I'm quite hopeful that I'm staying there right now. Again, I wanted to keep it fairly simple. Here is actually a perfect place if you want to use a computer. It would fit easily here. And I even think that I didn't like auto place anything, so even if your like move objects on cheat is not on, it should still work quite nicely. So here I am decorating the wall next to the staircase. Basically, I wanted to copy that style of that paranormal stuff bag painting, the like the series of paintings. So I wanted to uh, like customize that with some other base game or Discover University paintings, and I think it looks like quite seamless. I don't think it's too weird or anything. Here I made a little art room. I wasn't sure at first. Actually, initially, I think I wanted this room to be a bit like in the movie Psycho. I already mentioned two movies. Like you can tell that I'm a movie fan, but yeah, I wanted to have that room, like have some old granny living there and just looking down, and maybe she has already died or something. But eventually, I just turned it into an art room. But instead, as you can see me working on the attic right now, I wanted to make this attic with a number of objects that allude to this possibility that this house is most likely cursed. And this, what I'm doing here right now, is another like hint that not everything is as it should be. So here you have this little like cemetery, this little graveyard, and I just I just wanted to imply that some evil might be here. Okay, so this is the very last room of this speed build. So if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, comment if you would like to. It would make my day and I would honestly appreciate it. If you want to know, or if you want to be notified by YouTube when I upload another video, you can also subscribe and ding the bell. And I genuinely hope that you enjoyed this little, it's not very little, but I hope you enjoyed this very first speed build. And I hope I'll see you sometime soon in my next video. So have the most splendid day and see you soon. Bye.